What's going on, guys? I'm Jay the Black. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in. The woman that you're seeing on your screen, her name is Nischelle Turner, and she is a co-host on Entertainment Tonight, and she has been since 2014. And she's done a host of other things as well. Secret Celebrity Renovation. She's a part of that particular programming. And she's 47 years old. And she seems well traveled. And she was on a recent podcast of Shaquille O'Neal's, along with Anthony Adams that you see on the screen and Tracy McGrady. And the clip that I saw, it was on an article by name of Media Takeout. This is where I'm getting this information from, because I had to see this clip for myself, because I wouldn't have made this video unless I was sure she actually said this. Okay. And I played the clip and they were talking about, I guess Tracy McGrady was talking about removing getting his tattoos removed. That was a phase, and that he's older now. He's not into that. And she kind of got into the conversation by stating how she likes a man with tattoos. Not only does she like a man with tattoos, she likes a man with tattoos who gives off that vibe of an educated thug. This is what she said. Okay. That's what she said. So I want people to understand that when I talk about the sickness that is the Western woman and their need to be with a bad boy, a thug, it's not us just saying it just to be saying it. It's actual facts. And Tracy McGrady had to say, I don't think I want my kids to be thinking of me as no educated thug. And that's why I appreciate Tracy McGrady. Tracy McGrady has always spoken his mind, and he just don't stand for nonsense. And he's listening to a woman that's older than him, who I believe is a single mother as well, talk about her love of an educated thug. Now I have to be honest with you. I don't know what an educated thug is. I've never seen an educated thug, had a conversation with an educated thug. To me, you're either an intelligent man or you're not. Whether you run the streets, whether you stay out of trouble, you work a regular job, you had two parents in the home, you had a good upbringing, you either intelligent or you're dumb. I don't put people in categories of educated thug or educated lame. To me, that stuff is lame. Okay? You're either intelligent or you're not. That's how I view people. Now, some people may view, things differently, but that's how I view things. I view things, you're either an intelligent person or you're not. But the Western woman's obsession with these stereotypical males just show you where we are in society. These women are obsessed with stereotypical males in our society. And we have to have these conversations. Because it's getting to a point to where it ain't just the young girls that's out here chasing the bad boys. You got women who are in their 40s, who are single mothers, talking about how they like a man covered in tattoos. You like a man who gives off a vibe of an educated thug. No matter how educated Nischelle Turner seems to be, no matter how well traveled she is, she still has the mindset of a young female that's dating, living on her own for the first time. And that's a shame, because these women are their own worst enemy when it comes to their dating life. Because look at the choices that they're making. Now that could be her preference. She's entitled to have her preference. I'm not here to, go in on her because she likes what she likes. I hope it works out for her. But this mindset is prevalent in the majority of melanated women. The majority of melanated women think like this. They're all looking for basically Nas in a suit. I just think that for the most part, a lot of these women were raised wrong. And I really appreciate, Tracy McGrady saying what he said when he said, like, I don't want my kids to think of me as no educated thug, because that's dumb. That's dumb. And I understand him saying, I appreciate him saying that. You know, you want your kids to respect you, especially your sons. You want your sons to respect you. You want your sons to look up to you, and you want to set a good example for them. So I can appreciate that. But people got to understand, man, the Western woman's mindset is to the point to where they're out here chasing what they're chasing. Due to, I think, yes, it's programming. And yes, there is things that go into the upbringing. But you got a woman that's 47 who I'm sure when she was growing up, when she was younger, it wasn't a bunch of dudes with tattoos like that. Maybe there were, and I misspoke, but I just think that's just, I don't know. I don't know if it's always been a thing of women to like men with tattoos like that. I don't know if that's something that's always been there, or just the rap music, the stereotypical thug in movies and TV shows have really skewed people, especially a lot of these women, as to what they like or shouldn't like. Now let me get into Nischelle Turner, and let's go into her background. All right. Nischelle is one of the, and this according to Media Takeout, Nischelle is one of the most successful Hollywood journalists in the past decade. She's been the co-host of Entertainment Tonight from 2014 to present, and Secret Celebrity Renovation from 2021 to present. Previously, she was former entertainment correspondent for HLN's Showbiz Tonight and CNN, and entertainment correspondent for KNBC in Los Angeles. She was a general assignment reporter for KTTV, Fox 11 from 2004 to October 2nd of 2008, and worked as a sideline reporter for Fox Sunday NFL broadcast and did segments for a show called Dailies. Prior to KTTV, she worked at WEHT, an ABC affiliate in Evansville, Indiana, and for WVUE, the Fox affiliate in New Orleans. She is a native of Columbia, Missouri. She attended University of Missouri and graduated from its Missouri School of Journalism in 1998. She used to work with either analyst Kurt Warner or Torrey Holt, and either play-by-play Chris Myers, Sam Rosen, or Chris Rose. She also works with Paul Sunderland in college basketball telecasts. It was announced that she would replace Roxy Diaz as weekend co-anchor and correspondent on Entertainment Tonight in the fall of 2014. So that was just some background into her. Listen, do I think she's a bad person? No. You know, you go to her social media, she seems very outgoing, but I don't know what it is. It's always the most accomplished women that end up with some of the lousiest dudes, man. And yes, it could be programming, or a lot of these women, just their mentality when it comes to men, it never changes. You got women that are in their 40s going into their 50s who still have the same type that they had when they were in their early 20s. They still have a very immature mindset when it comes to dating. And unfortunately, there's a lot of women, a lot of these Western women who they have a type, and they think that because the guy has tattoos, he's a tough guy. It's a lot of so-called tough guys that don't have tattoos. You know, there's a lot of, tough guys, quote unquote, that don't have tattoos at all. There's a lot of fake tough guys that do have tattoos. Tattoos does not make the man. It just shows he has a threshold for pain. Because tattoos, especially the type that you get, are not fun. They're not fun to get. I understand. So if that's what she likes, that's fine. I don't think that's helped her dating life. When you want to date an educated thug, quote unquote, if that's your type, okay, those relationships are not going to work out, because a quote unquote educated thug, which I've never met, I've never talked to any type of educated thug. I don't know any educated thugs. All we have is an example of a rapper that wears a suit. And that is articulate. I guess that's their version of an educated thug, but ain't a lot of those. Very, 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 very few of those guys are actually successful and well known. But the majority of men, you're not going to find an educated thug. Because a lot of guys nowadays walk around with tattoos. Doesn't mean they're educated thug. They might be dumb as a box of rocks. It's the stereotypes for me. And you know what's funny? Only black men are held to this particular standard. Only black men are looked upon to be the educated thugs. See, if we were non-black, we could be lame, we could be nerdy, and we can still pick some of the best melanated women. Just prove I'm wrong. I've seen it with my own eyes. Okay? But I've also seen how us as black men have to stop worrying about that and just move on. Let these women continue to search for that educated thug while we continue to search for happiness instead of trying to figure out what these women want and how we can be that. We need to be ourselves and move forward, because there's always going to be somebody for you. So let me know in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. Like the video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And I'll see y'all next one.